Oh, there we go. Okay. So StreamYard just let me know that I'm live. Now I got to wait for YouTube to let you know that I'm live. And then we can go ahead and we can begin the podcast. I see we got a few people waiting out there in the wings. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I see Armadillo Tech. What's up, Armadillo? How you doing, man? How you doing? I think we got some. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. YouTube has just sent out the notification, so now the entirety of Vipe Nation knows that we are live. Yes, indeed. We are back on the podcast and we are about to get it popping tonight. This one should be a lot of fun. Gwendolyn, Janosin, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Bionic Scoop, Digital Slang. What's happening? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Don't really have much time to waste tonight, so let me get into this introduction and bring my man in. So, this is VypDrive episode 81. And episode 81 brings with it one of the most savage creators on the platform, one of the originals of tech YouTube, TK from TotalTech. He's coming up next on VypDrive, which starts now. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and welcome back to another episode of VypDrive. This is the podcast about tech, hosted by the man about tech, and waiting in the wings is one of the most savage tech creators to ever grace the YouTube platform. Let me bring in my homie TK from TotalTech. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How's it going, bro?
Going good, man. Glad to have you on. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm out here making moves, man. I'm in my mobile office.
Hey, man, I know you stay out there being busy, baby. I appreciate the time, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the first question I'm going to ask you, like I asked everybody who's on here for the first time, what brought you to tech YouTube?
Oh, you know what? I think I got 100% give that to Max Lee. You know, when, I had a channel way back in the day called Bum Fights. That's how I kind of got involved with YouTube. Channel blew up, was doing real good, and then YouTube got a conscience and was like, we can't have you out here filming bums fighting. This ain't gonna work. So, I had another channel for the strip clubs for a while. That got banned. And then it was, I was constantly pinging Max about, hey, how do I do this to my Evo? Or how do I do this to my, it was Samsung Epic. How do I do this? How do I do that? To where Max basically was like, yo, why don't you just start doing videos on your own stuff? And I was like, all right, bet. I started messing around, and I was already on XDA before I was doing YouTube. And I attribute most of that to Max on the ROM creation side, because that's kind of what got me into it.
Right.
Was was watching Max doing his high on Android.
Okay. Now, how long have you been making YouTube videos?
Let's see. I started in 2008. So
okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost over 10 years, man.
Yeah.
Man, I remember watching you like way back in the day, man, coming across your videos. Always talking about the camera being porn ready and everything, man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yep. Like I said in the intro, you are probably one of the most savage creators to ever grace the platform, man. You are real, raw, no nonsense. I appreciate what you bring, baby.
Speaking of, the P40 Pro has got to be the most porn-ready camera. I got to say.
Woo! Even better than that S20 Ultra, huh?
Oh. Listen, I know the S20 Ultra is expensive, but when you have a phone that, it's the same money, right? The foldable joint, but the camera on this is 10 times better than the S20 Ultra. And this camera supposedly sucks. So that ought to tell you something.
Oh, shots fired already on the podcast. Good Lord.
I know the Samsung Knights is in their feelings. But,
that hurt a lot of people. That cut deep, baby. That cut deep.
Yes, sir.
All right. So actually, that's a good transition to a next set of questions. I see you got a foldable. You got a Z Flip. What are your thoughts on foldables right now?
I went through 4. I sold the 4th one before I even opened it. I had 4 Galaxy Folds, and I bought 3 of them. Samsung sent me the last one while I was in Vegas, and I sold that shit immediately. Because I went through 3 of them, and it would break for the dumbest reasons. Like, it would be in my front pocket, and just normal use. I didn't sit on it. I didn't bend it a funny way. And then I'd open it up, and the display would be like, there'd be a line in it, or a pixel would be dead. And it was like, the first one, all right, I chop it up to, everybody could get a bad phone, right?
Right.
The second one, same thing. I was like, all right. The third one, hell no. That's $6,000. I'm done. To be honest, I loved the form factor, right? I loved having that big display. I really did. That's why I'm gonna get me a Black Shark, 3 Pro. That's gonna be, it ain't gonna fold, but I'm gonna have all that big display. And this is straight. I mean, I like this. I wish Samsung, because this one, I really didn't want to get this, but shout out to I see Armadillo Tech was in there. So Carl, when I was down in Dallas, was like, come by. He said, I'm just gonna give you this shit, because he hated it. And I was like, well, good. I got a OnePlus phone I can give you, because I hate it too. The OnePlus 8. So I was like, here, let me. This OnePlus 8 can eat a bag of dicks. So I was like, let me hand this off to you. And he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, bet. So this was my birthday present from Carl at Armadillo Tech. So shout out to him and his bomb ass. I don't know if he debuted it yet, but I'm gonna spoil it. He just got a brand new Tesla. It's fire.
Ooh, okay.
But I love this for one feature. This is my favorite phone right now. You said what? You want to borrow some money? Bye. Like, you said some fuck shit. Say what? Oh, there's nothing. Like, I can tell you right now, there's no phone on the market, outside of the old school flips, because it was just like, you said what? Like, you drinking bleach to stop the virus? Oh no, no. Like, just that ability to just be like, nah, I'm done. And that is the most satisfying shit. It's not like back, you can hit the red button and hang up, and it still sounds good. It still feels good. But there's the satisfaction of being like, you bitch ass, get it, bye, and just keep it moving. Man, and I don't know why Samsung couldn't make this screen is durable. Like, I haven't had, like, there's no dings or scratches or dents on it, and I'm using it like I'm all in the screen. I'm not worried about breaking it. And like I said, you have that feature where you can be like, and slam it closed. It don't break. So I love that. That's the best feature on any phone in 2020 is the, nah, man, miss me with that shit. Bye.
Yeah, man, that kind of brings back that nostalgia of the old school flip phone. Like, we could just bam, flip them closed and be done with it.
Yes, sir.
So talking about foldables, I know you had a bunch of issues with the original Galaxy Fold. Are you going to give the Fold 2 a chance?
I might, but it depends on if I can find somebody selling one out their trunk. I got to get that crackhead discount, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not spending no $3,000 or $2,500 on that phone. I didn't spend that on my Folds. I found them, somebody went to AT&T and they wasn't going to pay their bill, and they were selling it for $900 on Craigslist or $1,000. Let me get those, like, let me get it. If I find one of those deals where they're, selling it like out the trunk of the car, if I can get one for like $1,500, $1,200, yeah, I'll pick one up. But outside of that, nah. Nah.
Oh man, okay, I feel you, man. I feel you. Them folds are very, very expensive. So I completely agree with you trying to get a good deal for one, no doubt, man.
If I'm gonna spend $2,500 or $3,000 on a foldable, I'm gonna buy the Huawei joint. Why am I gonna buy something from Samsung when we know that they've recently been putting out garbage? I'm like, that's like, it's like, I don't know. Remember when George Bush was like, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again." Like, real stupid. Yeah, that's you ain't getting me like that. You got me one time. That's it.
All right. So you just said that you will buy a Huawei, even though you know that Huawei devices aren't supported by Google right now. So you would still buy a Huawei?
You're like, this Huawei P40 Pro.
Yep.
It's got the chat. All my Google services work. Every notification works. Google Photos works. It uploads everything. I have no issues with the Huawei phone. And by the way, it gets 5G on AT&T and T-Mobile. I got 5G. I am in bumfuck Egypt, Oklahoma right now. All right. This ought to let you. I'm out here where like the tornadoes just be rolling, right? I got 5G on T-Mobile. I can tell you right now, I could grab one of these other. I can grab this Sony phone. Where's that piece of crap? You know, I can pull out this new Xperia that Sony is going to try to sell for $1,400 and can never connect to 5G. I can pull out a Galaxy phone and never connect to 5G out here in the boonies, but this Huawei phone steadily stay connected, man. I mean, I'm surprised. This phone, I was worried about the Google services. I really was. But once I got it and I loaded the Google services, which took me like 15 minutes, I haven't had an issue. And I don't lose phone calls. I'm on the iPhone. This is the 11 Pro Max. I lose phone calls on the 11 Pro Max all the time, right? Granted, it is on T-Mobile, so you know it is what it is. My 11 Pro Max does work better on Verizon. I will give it that, but on T-Mobile, it just doesn't. You know, it's kind of like And the Huawei on T-Mobile, great. The Huawei on Verizon, great. AT&T is still better than I'm using this one on Verizon right now, and I got 1 bar, 2 bars on Verizon. And I couldn't do anything with it. But T-Mobile has stepped their game up. I'm out here in the middle of the boonies. I got full connection 5G, and I'm streaming, and I'm not having no issues.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. Hey, if it works, it works.
That's it.
So earlier you were talking about how you didn't like the OnePlus 8. Now, were you referring to the OnePlus 8 or the 8 Pro?
The 8. I couldn't get the Pro because, them suckers only made like 50 of those phones, and they sold out. Yeah, of course you're going to sell out when you didn't manufacture but 50 of them shits. And then you gave the rest of them to the media because you know that they're going to be swinging from your nutsack, so they're going to say whatever. But shout out to the actual people who roasted the shit out of them for having green displays. Now, I went, toe-to-toe with Carl Pye over this when the original OnePlus came out because they had piss yellow displays. Oh, and he was wearing a dress. But, between those two things, I was ethering this dude online on a regular basis to be like, bro, your screen is matching the color of your dress. This is not a good thing. And now I'm wondering if he's got a green dress because the green display on the OnePlus 8, I was like, hell. Now, full disclosure, they did publish an update, but I am a firm believer that updates don't fix hardware.
Right,
if you
exactly.
got bad hardware, you just got bad hardware,
Yeah. Yep.
You can try to limp it down the road. You can try to do whatever to tighten it up, but it's not going to fix it. So, shout out to Carl. Carl didn't care. He just was happy that it had 5G, and he was just giving me this. He didn't want another phone, but I was like, I hate this shit so much here. Like, you can have this. So, and full disclosure, I have pushed OnePlus. Like, I have the McLaren, right? I like it. I got the 5G McLaren. I actually like the phone. A lot of people didn't. They were roasting the shit out of it. I haven't had any of those issues. I said it's a good phone. The OnePlus 7 Pro, I also said was a good phone. Like, I didn't roast them. I've been giving them props. If they make, even if it's a company I don't like, and I don't like them or the founder, but I'm also not going to be like, the phone sucks because I don't like the company. But if I don't like you and you mess up, Birdman hand rub, I'm roasting you immediately. You're getting it because I don't like you already. So, which is what made me so sad about Sony because, last year they let me down with the Xperia 1. I pushed everybody. I pushed Jay. Jay Will finally went and bought one. Eric, I think, went and bought one, a couple other people, and then it sucked. And they were like, damn, bro, you had me go spend $1,000 and this phone's garbage. And I'm like, man, this is the first time that their phone has really sucked. Well, this year it sucks too. So don't spend your money there. And they're probably never going to send me another review device. But I had to roast them because I'm not like, even if I quote unquote mess with you, I like you. If you put out some trash, I'm going to roast it. Like, I can't, because I'm not going to say, go spend that $1,500 or $1,300, and then you go come in my DMs and be like, "You bitch ass, you had me buy this phone. This phone's trash." No, nope.
Listen, man, I feel you. I got this Galaxy S20 Ultra in my hand. This phone was $1,600, bro.
Yo,
okay, you already know. Like, I love it. It's a nice phone, but the camera is trash. I mean, let's just call it 100. The camera's trash. The autofocus don't work. It is
Nope.
this phone is not worth $1,600. It's a nice
Not at all.
phone, but it's not worth $1,600. So I feel you. When you
Nope.
got to roast, when it's time to roast, baby, it's time to roast. I completely feel you on that front, no doubt, man.
And I
So-
was, I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I luckily was able to return mine. Like, I had like 5 minutes. The Best Buy was closing. Like, but it was what I paid $14.96 and some change for that. And I was like, man, I told the manager, he's like, I was listening. I said, bro, I'm not fixing to be sitting here holding this L. You know, some people like to hold these shits. I'm not holding this. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally like, I'm telling the manager, hey, hold it. Just hold this for me. No, you ain't doing me like that. No.
Man. Oh man, you are too much, man. You are too much. So I'm curious, what phones are you looking forward to this year?
I am definitely looking forward towards the Note. But if it's anything like the S20 Ultra,
Oh man,
miss me with all that.
Right.
You know, the one phone I wish they would just drop, because I got the Amex's burning a hole in my pocket. I'm ready to buy this phone. I need this Black Shark 3 Pro to drop. You know, they kept saying it was going to drop earlier and a couple weeks ago, and every time they say it's going, I stay up till midnight. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to buy this joint. I need it in my life, and you know, they keep pushing it back. So that could either mean they're having an issue with the phone or whatever. But I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure. Black Shark 3 Pro, and I'm looking forward to the Huawei Mate series this year, because according to sources that I know, and here's the thing, tomorrow somebody can go on Weibo and they're going to see the same thing and use Google Translate, and then you'll have all these articles, published stories, thinking that they have sources, and they really just go to Weibo. But we got people now at Huawei. You know, we had a Mate 20X. That was probably one of my top 3 phones of all time. Love that phone. Mm-hmm. Huawei is dropping a Mate 40 Pro, or Pro Plus is what they're going to call it, which is basically another X. A 7.3-inch massive display phone. So that's going to be the phone that I am most interested in this year when Huawei drops these Mate phones. So, and that's kind of like a little bit of an exclusive for you, because nobody's talked about that phone yet. So when it does come out, and you know, some scumbags leak it later, that I don't rock with, you'll know that, oh, I heard that from TK first. I heard that like a month ago. So
no doubt. So you know that TCL just dropped a couple of phones. They dropped the 10L and the 10 Pro. Any plan for you to get your hands on any of those?
I had to be honest. I think it was the best naming ever for them to put L on the phone. I mean, they did it to themselves. I would never, like, I don't know if maybe it's because the people in China did it and the American people didn't. You know, the people in their marketing division said, I don't know if we want to put an L on our phone, but they can hold this. They need to hold it like this. Just hold it tight, because, and I'm going to tell you, people are going to say that I'm hating. I'm not. I saw they sent this phone to everybody, right?
Right.
And I was on the list. You know, I got invited to the event, but there was some stuff that happened at the after party. There was something that happened at the party the next day, the next evening. And I had nothing to do with it. Let me just be very clear. I put my hands on nobody, because I know someone's going to be like, oh, TK slapped the dude. I did nothing. Somebody that was in my party or in my group slapped somebody. I didn't get no TCL phone this year. All I can say. And so here's the thing. I'm cool with that. I like buying my phones anyway, so that nobody can say that I'm biased, right? So I can't say that the phone sucks. I'm just saying it does have this on the phone. And if you name your phone anything L, you're asking for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it'd be like if Samsung put out promotional material and was like, this is our new Galaxy Fold. I would be like, nah, bro, turn it around. Do not leave this in an L state. That's not a good look. So, I've already hit up some other YouTubers that got them for free and are keeping them. So I will be purchasing the Pro and the L here soon, and then I will let people know if it's holding one of these, because then they can't say, "Oh man, we sent you that. Why would you say something?" Because I don't. If you send me the same way that Sony sent me their phone 2 years in a row, and I'm going to roast them 2 years in a row, it's no different.
Right.
I warn people in advance: do not send me a product if it sucks. If you send me something and it sucks, I'm going to be honest. Exactly. Rashid in the chat says the loser phone.
Yeah. Listen, man, I got both of these phones. I think they were pretty impressive devices. The 10L for $250 is a solid device. You might feel differently when you get it, but I'm just letting you know, I think it's a solid device. But
$250 is not a bad price.
No, not at all. Yeah, and especially for their first entry into the smartphone game, it's pretty legit, no doubt, man.
I think TCL is smart for getting into the smartphone game for a couple of reasons. When you go to people's houses, right, especially people that are balling on a budget, they might have the LS430 out front or the LS460 or whatever they rolling, right, or the S600. They got the big boy outside, and you walk in the house and they got the big 4K TV, but that shit is a TCL. It's not Sony. It ain't Samsung. It ain't LG. It's a TCL. So it's smart for them where people will be like, when someone, if they drop a phone, people know what TCL is because they pretty much take over Walmart, right? So you got all these people going, "Oh, what's a TCL? Oh, I know what that is. My TV's a TCL." They might buy it, especially the $250 joint. But the one that they're selling for $500, hell no. You got to include a TV or a microwave with that because nobody is buying that shit at $500. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. And I think LG has learned from that too, right? LG came out with that V60 this year, and that if the P40 Pro wasn't a phone in my hands yet, the V60 would be the phone of the year for me right now. With that Wacom display, the dual display, the foldable, it does everything, and the camera is hot fire, right? It's awesome. And they dropped it for when you consider other phones that are $1,400, this is an inexpensive food stamp phone, right? This is a which is crazy to say that a phone is that's $799 or $899 is a food stamp phone, but when you got phones that are $1,400, $1,500, they're gonna be pushing $2,000. These dummies, so I hope Apple just cuts their neck with the new iPhones. I hope they lower the prices so Samsung is like,
they will.
Yeah, because nobody, especially with everything that's going on now, is gonna be jumping out there to spend all this money.
No.
LG, if it's like, and I trade. I'm a trader during the day. Like I trade stocks. LG is crushing it right now. Like every time that they do earnings, like their weekly earning prospectus, when they come out and say, "Hey, we've moved this many number of units," I'm listening heavily on mobile. Man, they selling the crap out of the V60 right now with that dual display. You could walk in now. You might be able to walk into a T-Mobile and find one, but walk into a T-Mobile or AT&T where they're giving them away for free, and find out how many of these units they're moving. They can't keep them, especially at AT&T. They can't keep them in stock. They get them in, they're gone. And the only other phones that do that are iPhones. So LG might be onto something with the premium phone at a lower price. And if they stay with that, they could actually start to take market share, because Samsung only has so many L's it can take before they start falling. Because Huawei is beating on the door, right? They just passed Apple. So they're number 2 in the world right now, and they're coming for Samsung's neck.
So I'm curious that you say that LG is doing well, because here in the US, they have practically no marketing presence whatsoever.
I've said it for a long time. I think LG, until recently, has intentionally tried to lose money on their smartphone market, because every big major corporation has a loss leader, right? For Uber, they don't make no money on them rides. They make all their money from their food business, all right? And it's the same thing for LG. They make money on TVs, washers, dryers, and dishwashers. They don't give a rat's ass about anything else. Yeah, they have a phone division, and they will sell them, but they're not going to put money towards advertising because they don't want to make money off of it. You see what I'm saying? They want to be able to be like, we lost X amount of money. Sony does the same shit. Think about this. Sony makes so much money from the Alpha series cameras, their TVs, and PlayStation. They have to lose money somewhere. So where do they lose their money? Their phones. They lose a ton of money on their phones. So when they do their taxes in their respective countries, they can be like, shit, we just lost a ton of money in our mobile division. We're going to write all this off. And if in the event that they do make money or they get a big hit, they can adjust things. Like, I think LG is, when they're seeing the traction that they're getting from the new V series line of phones, from the V60, and if the Velvet does good, you'll see them try to move something. Maybe they'll be like, man, screw these refrigerators. Let's just overprice these shits so nobody buys them and we lose money on them. And maybe they'll try to let mobile make some money. But LG, this is like an open secret. LG has intentionally tried to lose money for years. Just look at the dumbasses that they hire to run their marketing division here in the U.S. I mean, no disrespect, but shots fired. I mean, when you're hiring people that have no experience, zero. I mean, you ain't made a commercial. You ain't done shit in marketing.
Nothing.
And now you gonna run the marketing division? That'd be like saying, TK, we want you to develop the vaccine for the virus. Huh? Huh? Say what? So when it's funny, so for people like me, like if you do business, then you realize this shit. You'd be like, oh, they putting a dummy in here on purpose. They intentionally trying to lose money. Like, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can see the move. It's common sense. I don't know. I'm hoping that they're changing it though. I hope that, because I really like LG, even with their ugly ass UI and everything. But I like the features and I like their cameras, and I like that it's a creator friendly phone. You know, for people that are not Apple, because outside of an iPhone, like the V60 is like that go-to for a creator,
right?
For a good price.
So if I'm listening to you correctly, what you were telling me tonight is that LG does not give a monkey's nibble about their phone division, and that's why they don't market at all, because they don't care.
They don't care. Sony does the same thing. Sony and LG are very similar with their mobile division. They don't care. The only phone that Sony tries to make money on, and this will go to show you something, you can look at, and these are public numbers, units that were returned that were defective or had other issues. And the Xperia line on the high end, the premiums, they've had a lot over the last couple of years, right? And that happens in every mobile division. Want to know how many L2s got returned, or L1s? Again, you know, Sony dropping phones with the letter L, they immediately are trying to hold that, but they sell that phone for like $200 and they make a killing on those phones. Those are the only phones that Sony cares about. They don't even care about the Xperia 10 and the Xperia 10 Plus. They care about the complete food stamp edition phone. That's the money. That's the phone that they make money on. The rest of them, you can even look online and look at all of the ads that you can find online for the Xperia L series, and you'll be like, holy crap, Sony really pushes this phone. Guess how many you find for the Xperia line? Whoop! And that's including Europe and everywhere else. They do not advertise those phones, period.
Interesting. Shout out to the 41 of you all that are watching the live stream here on YouTube tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me and TK. If you guys want to support the podcast, super chats are open. You also have the option of becoming a channel member, so that's there. Also, if you don't want YouTube taking 30% of your donation, you also have the option to buy me a coffee. That link is in the description. For those of y'all listening on audio only, if you want to support the podcast, there will be links in the show notes for you to do that. So please go down there if you feel free or if you feel like it. Also, if you're watching this or listening to this, on Apple Podcasts, please consider leaving a rating or review as to help more people discover VypDrive. I appreciate you guys hanging out each and every week as I do these podcasts. So thank you for rocking with me on VypDrive. Shout out to my man Eric on Q Easy Computer Solutions with the super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So I kind of want to ask you something, because which goes back to a little bit of what you were talking about earlier about how you're real and raw and honest about the phones that you review, whether or not you buy them or not. So there was this debate on Twitter a few months ago, I think around the time the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra came out. There was a debate going on Twitter between tech creators about whether or not to do a review if a company says that they will have an update later on in like a few weeks or a month maybe. So don't put out a review until we do the update. I am of the mindset, TK, that I'm going to review the device that you give me. I'm not waiting for you to update the device. If you give it to me that way, I'm going to put out a review that way. Why would I review a phone on potential when that update may or may not even be applied down the road? What is your thoughts on that?
I agree with you 100%. Like, it would be like, it's like it would be like me going to like an NFL tryout, right? Fat and out of shape, like I am, and saying, I wanna go play quarterback for the New England Patriots, right? And I go out there, and Tom Brady looks fast compared to me, right? That's a problem. They're gonna laugh my ass out Gillette Stadium immediately, right? It's just gonna happen, right?
Right.
So if you send me a phone, and exactly, Trenton in the chat is exactly right. If you send me a phone and it sucks out the box, like this Sony phone, I'm gonna tell you, do not look, the Sony Xperia 1, the original one, after a full year, it's better now. You shouldn't have released it last year. It's the same thing. Like, whoever, this is another prime example. They don't pay for QA. Nobody is actually using the phone for a week or two before they release it. Well, a couple executives have it because they're not really worried about leaks. They send this shit to everybody on purpose. But it's so stupid that they don't have it right before you send it, because I'm not giving you no passes. You know, I watched a video, I think it was during one of Floss's live streams, where he was like, Samsung was like, yeah, please, before you just totally ether us on the real review, just give us a minute to get the update. We're gonna fix the autofocus. Well, fake news, because the update was done and the camera is still trash. It's garbage. Yep. So, you know, if you send me a phone and it's not right, don't send it to me. You know, like I had this company, they make food stamp phones. What is it? X-Gotti or whatever? X-Gotti? I don't know. They were like, hey, we want to send you our really rugged phone. And I said, look, if it sucks, do not send that phone to me. Oh, no, it's great. It's rugged. Okay, let me reiterate. And I sent them some links to videos. If you send it to me and it sucks, this is what's going to happen to you. So, and they were like, no, we still want to send. Okay, send it. So now they sent me this phone. And when I get it, if it sucks, I don't see this. This is where I feel bad, because then they're going to email me and be like, oh my God, you ended our smartphone career. Like, why did you have to run the phone down a chick's butt crack like we're in a video? You know, because they think I'm trying to do something sexy with the phone when I'm really just wiping the chick's ass with your phone, because it's that garbage. So if you send me something like that and it's trash, I'm gonna roast it. And I give people fair warning. You know what I'm saying? I give them fair warning. So, but this is why, you know, a lot of companies, I have to go out and buy mine, or I have to go bribe the store manager for me to get it early. When they come in, I'm like, the manager called me and be like, oh, I got it just like a week early. You want it? Yeah, let me get it. You know, because then they were like, oh, TK must have got it from LG. Nah, I had to go pay for that shit. LG is not sending me nothing, even if I like their phones. You know, you can't barge into their party at CES. You know, I know Justine is your people and stuff, and I respect her, but you know, when you got your own little section of the party and you think it's exclusive, oh no, we ain't doing that. I'm coming straight through. Like, yo, what's up? Hey, all these people want to meet y'all, man.
Yo, shout out to our guest TK for the $10 super chat, man. Oh my God, you a fool.
Yo,
you a fool for that one, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Rashid, thank you for the super chat, sir. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, for me, it's funny. A lot of people will be like, oh my God, these people are, like, for example, we go to CES and people will be like, oh my God, XYZ person's a celebrity, or oh my God, that's so-and-so. I'm like, all right, well, whatever, you know, because they'd be like that on the floor at CES, but when it comes time to go to the after parties, you know, if we have Floyd's, if we had wherever, Spearmint Rhino or whatever, guess what? They want to come to where we're at because we're upstairs or we're in the VIP later, and they want to know, like, well, how come y'all are getting to hang out with Paulie D, and how come y'all are getting to do all this other shit? Like, because y'all are just YouTubers. Nobody cares about that shit. This is the real world now. Like that shit is cool on the this shit is cool on the CES floor, but now we over here in the real world where people are spending money and doing other things in the VIP. Y'all are too advertiser friendly to be up here in the VIP. So,
You a fool, man. You a damn fool. Oh God. The macaroni, the macronical, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the super chat. I can't even talk, man. I'm crying behind my glass. Y'all can't think, but I'm actually crying right now. This dude is crazy, man. This dude is a real one, man. Oh man, this talk was so long overdue.
But I mean, you see how it goes. Like when I came through to Chicago, like when we saw you guys, we got to see you the next night. But like when I took Sean out to the Bulls game, we got the stretch limo. We went to go do our thing, and Sean was like, "Damn, you really that dude in real life? Like you're not faking." I'm like,
"Oh yeah,
nah." And the same thing, like when I was hitting up the GM to be like, "Yo, I need you to make sure they push you up on the billboard." When they seen that you was on the gram, I was like, "Yo, I need you to go grab his shit and put him on the billboard." They was like, "Yo, we got you, whatever." You know what I'm saying? And we have a blast. A lot of people. This is the thing. I think this was the biggest thing I took from when I got to meet Sean B. Nice, was when Sean said, "You are the same dude in real life that you is on YouTube." And I'm like, yeah. Like, but you'd be surprised how many people you will meet in person and you'll be like, damn, this dude is such a fraud. Like this dude, they be so faking. You know what I'm saying? Like This dude is so fake. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. A lot of the people, some of your favorite YouTubers, is literally just to act. It's literally just to act.
Hey, man, I completely believe it, dude. Like, some people I know are definitely different from real life. Yo, shout out to G808. I don't know who you are, but you brought me some coffee, so thank you for the coffee. I appreciate you, man. Jay Boogie, thank you for the super chat, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Grant?
Oh, that's Grant. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks, Grant. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yo, I can definitely tell y'all, I've met TK in real life. Like he said, he came to Chicago last year. We hung out. We went to a hockey game. This dude is definitely what you see online. Is definitely what you get in real life with TK. Ain't no different. The same damn dude. This dude is legit, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and
people will be like, that's the other thing too. People will be like, oh, this dude is trying to be like this, or this dude's trying to be like that, or they don't know, that I'm married, right? So they're like, oh, this dude's just trying to date black chick. No, I'm married to a black chick. I don't got to date black chick. I'm married to a black chick. Like, I get a lot of weird things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a lot of weird things offline where people are like, do you really do this? Or do you really? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Listen, man, I just got a comment in my YouTube video about a half an hour ago for some dude like, you need to talk more normal. If you sounded more sophisticated, people would take you more seriously. I'm like, listen, bro. I've been on here 3 years, over 400 videos and 80 podcasts. I can assure you people take me seriously, bro. What are you talking about?
Man, you know what?
Stupid stuff.
I love those comments because I do a couple things with them. I immediately tell them how I master their mom sideways, go eat a dick, and then I hit the spam button so they can respond, but nobody will see their response. They'll be like, F you, and then I wait till I get a big long list of that. Nobody saw your comments. You can still go eat a dick. And then I abandoned it. After I screenshot it, and then I embarrassed them on Instagram or some other place. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. You gotta let them know, baby. We gotta let them know. Ain't no safe space on YouTube. Ain't no safe space.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, you were talking about earlier about how LG doesn't care, and that's why they don't do any advertising on in the US per se, and you were talking about how Sony, that's why they don't do any advertising. They're focusing on their lower end phones that make them the bulk of the money. Well, it's the same situation with Samsung. The lower end of their line makes them the bulk of the money too, but they do heavy advertising for the Galaxy line.
Yep. I think the advertisement for their flagships, because this is where Samsung was smart, right? Sony learned from it because now Sony's doing it too, but it's going to take a while for that to take effect, right? But Samsung advertises the shit out of the S20, the S20 Plus, and the Ultra, right?
Right.
Well, when you walk into a Metro PCS store, they don't say would you like a Galaxy? Would you like an A21, right, or an A20, or A31, or whatever the hell the new food stamp phone is? They say, hey, would you like a Galaxy, right? People are immediately like, oh yeah, that's a phone with great cameras and a beautiful display, and you're going to give me one for free? The average person, the average consumer, doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna take whatever they can, whatever they can get. And for Samsung, the high amount of marketing for their flagship phones trickles down to their food stamp phones, so that people automatically equate Galaxy, that name Galaxy, with a premium phone, even if it's a cheap piece of crap. They're going to immediately equate that name Galaxy with a premium phone, just like iPhones. People aren't going to say, oh, the SE sucks because it's cheap. No, people are like, that's an Apple phone. Like,
yep.
It's the new Apple phone. It's great,
I never thought about it like that, but you make a good point. You got that name brand recognition, so they could, like you said, they could trickle down to the lower end phones, and people won't know the difference because people aren't looking into it like we are.
Right.
Oh, that is. Man, I really never thought about it that way, man. This is why I like talking to you, man. I learn stuff. What's up?
Hopefully, it's positive things. Hopefully, I'm not a negative influence. I don't want to take away your advertiser friendliness.
Oh, we are. That's already gone tonight. That's gone. So it's okay though. I mean, super chats make up for it. I'm good. I'll live.
You do have the other podcast coming up later.
Yeah.
Where
oh yeah.
That should be completely advertiser friendly. You can get a ton more views, which will be advertiser friendly.
Yeah. I'll be okay, man. I'm not even worried about it, man. Hey, I knew what I was getting myself into when I asked you to be on the podcast. So no worries, man. No worries. Yo, like I said in my intro, you are probably one of the most real, raw, savage people on this platform, man. You've been in that same way ever since I first ran into you or first watched your content, like 6-7 years ago, man. You've been the same dude for the past 6-7 years. You have not changed. You are, like I said, you are one of the most genuine people on the platform because you are who you are, and you don't apologize to nobody for being who you are. I'm the same way. I don't apologize to anybody for being Viper. I'm just Viper, dude. I understand.
And you should never do that, because you know what? The YouTubers that compromise about who they are or what they do you lose your identity. Then you're not you. Then you're just an act. You're a shell for somebody else. And I'm never going to be that. If YouTube changes the rules and they say you can't, if you say eat a dick, you're going to get banned. Well, my channel will be gone like this. It's going to be gone. I don't care. For me, I'm not like, YouTube is not everything for me, right? Like and people said a lot of, I haven't done a lot of stuff in the tech space recently. I used to post videos every day. Now I might post once a week, twice a week, because the tech space is so toxic. Everybody, people don't know I got other businesses, Dicks by Mail, doing I go to auto auctions all over the country. Most people don't know I'm buying and flipping cars on the regular. And, like I make people, I've shared my analytics, and they're like, that's less than a third of your subscribers on your tech channel, and you make that much off of a car channel. And I'm like, yeah, when you're making, and this, I don't even care about the YouTube money. It's just there. But the CPMs are so much higher. when you make $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month off of a car channel, it's kind of like, why am I going to go sit over here to talk about tech stuff where I'm going to have to spend half of my time in the comments, ethering people and talk about smashing their moms sideways and all this other shit, when I ain't got to do that on the car channel. If somebody comes through, my mods be killing them. They'd be like, oh, they already, bag of dicks, boom, and they're gone. I don't even have to respond to the comment. I'll get the notification and the comment's already gone. So be like, yo, I got this dude earlier. The car community is way more close knit. Everybody's not stepping on everybody's toes. Like, I'll give you an example. If you wanted to reach out to, say, Mr. Who's the Boss, right?
Right.
I got no problem with that dude. Actually, I don't like that fucking dude. No, and I'm not hating on dude. I just don't like that the dude is that voice aggravates me, because I know it makes the females' panties wet, and I ain't got that voice. So that shit makes me mad. So I'm hating. I'm telling you right now, I'm hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm hating. So I ain't stupid. I know why he was in. I know how he got in there with Justine in the back over there in the LG booth. He was over there on that. He was over there on that smooth ass, British shit. I saw that. It's all good. I'm not hating. Yeah, I'm hating. I don't like that shit. So, it would be like if you reached out to him, the dude would be like, nah, this dude only got this. He ain't gonna respond, right? This is why, for the things I don't like about Marquez, I respect the shit out of him because I know he's reached back out to you and been on your podcast multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
I fucks with that. I like that. I like people that do that. Same thing with I told you, and I've told El Jefe this too. I did not like Jonathan Morrison. I couldn't stand that fucking dude, right? But when I saw what he did for El Jefe and shit, my respect level went up. Like if somebody disrespected him at CES, I would Nipsey hustle the shit out of them. I would reach back and slap the soul out of him. Because that dude is doing stuff for smaller YouTubers that he don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to do it. So I respect that kind of shit. But in the YouTube and the tech space, if you reach out to, most of the time, if you reach out to a larger YouTube creator, they ain't fucking with you. They just ain't doing it. In the car space, I could literally get into the platform and hit up somebody. I could hit up Street Speed, or I could hit up Tavares or somebody else, and they're gonna be like, yeah, come through. You come to Florida, you come to Pennsylvania, come through. Or I hit up Whistling Diesel. Hey, I want to blow this truck up. What can we do? Come through. And it's video time. Nobody's checking for people's subscribers and shit. Everybody's just having fun. It's a good community. The tech space is super toxic, So, and it's why I get in so much trouble every year at CES, because I am the same way all the time. And if I think you moving funny, like you doing, or if you say crazy shit online and then you actually run into that person and you realize you made a mistake, no, don't say sorry now. Keep that same energy. Like I want you to have that same energy you had in that comment section. Don't change it now. Be the same person. So it's why I haven't really pushed tech so hard lately, just because, and it's been refreshing, bro. No stress, no BS. You ain't gotta, I haven't had to deal with it,
No doubt. Shout out to Ivan for the super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. And TK showing up again with the $20. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Rashid, thank you for the thank you for the super chat, sir. I appreciate it. Y'all are going in tonight, man. What's up? Thank you to Josh for the super chat, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, TK, man. Once you get past the exterior, TK is a very intelligent dude, man. The dude knows several languages. The dude, is a business savvy individual. The dude is a genius, man. Don't let the exterior fool y'all. The dude's a genius.
I met somebody down in Dallas, right? So I had to go link up with my dude Carl, right? So I went to go link up with my dude Carl. We was hanging out, had a burger and stuff, had a couple of drinks, and then I ran into somebody else from YouTube, a different type of YouTube. They don't do. They're more. I have a civil rights channel, so he does the same type of thing on a larger level. Most people, y'all might know him. He's actually out of Houston. He had a channel called The Advise Show. So he works on that project, whatever. So I was chopping it up with him, and he was like I heard, because we were in the same spot. He's like, I heard you speaking Chinese. I was like, yeah. Why do you think I got such a good relationship when I talk to people from Huawei? Like I speak the language. I don't have to use Google Translate or nothing like that. I just talk to them. And the same thing. People think, because I come off a certain way, they're gonna be like, oh, this dude is super hood, or this dude is a ghetto, dumbass or whatever. But they don't know. Yeah, I'm in t-shirts and jeans and I carry the strap every day, but they don't know that there's times I got to put the suit and tie on, and I'm not dropping F-bombs and I'm not doing whatever, because when it comes to business, there's a time for me being, and some might say, well, TK, that means that you're fake. Nah, I'm securing the bag. If I put my suit and tie on and I'm speaking another language, I'm not going to be, if I'm speaking Arabic and I'm like, cool, and I'm gonna and go eat a dick. No, that doesn't work.
Right.
That's not gonna work. So, yeah, like I said, there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place for things, right? And I try to keep all of that in mind when I'm doing whatever I'm doing. But yeah.
Shout out to my man Phone Tech at Work for the super chat, sir. Thank you for the support. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Yo, before we get out of here, how have you been holding up during this whole pandemic thing, man?
I've been good, man. Listen, I was in North Carolina. I had to get up out of North Carolina because I'm out of Fort Bragg, and they kept having like just more cases and more cases. I was like, I'm out. I gotta go. Like, I got to get out for a while. So we hit up Kansas. I went to Arkansas. I stayed in Mary or Cousinville for a day, and then I popped into Tennessee. They got that Big Bass Pro Shops right there on the border, the Pyramid joint. And then I've been out here in Oklahoma. I've been down in Texas and Dallas. I was in Austin for a day. Got to go back down to Austin beginning of next week to take care of some personal business. That ought to be fun. And but yeah, I've been doing good, man. How have you been doing with it? I know you in Chicago, so.
Yeah, man. I've been home, man. Luckily, I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home with my regular job. So I've been home doing the regular job, then doing the YouTube thing, and only time I even go out when I need groceries and that. And that's pretty much it, man.
Yo, how did y'all get the Black Mr. Burns, to be y'all's mayor, man? Like I'm just,
oh man.
Like
hey,
yo,
man.
she just make me every time I see her that she either like this or she reminds me of the Crypt Keeper.
Dude, she is a literal meme right now. She is a national meme. Yeah.
Like I'm just like, y'all went from Rahm Emanuel to that. Like, and Rahm Emanuel sucked. So that's why I'm like, y'all went from sucked to extra sucked. I'm like, I feel so bad for my people in Chicago, man. I'm like, damn.
I don't know, man, but yeah, she's a literal meme, but it is what it is. Yo, TK. Awesome conversation, man. Thank you for joining me. Before we get up out of here, let the people know where they can find you at.
You can find me anywhere online. Warning, if you Google TK, there's like some porn sites and stuff. Avoid those. Don't click on those links. I don't want to burn any. Please don't click on those links. But in all seriousness, you can find me on YouTube. The tech channel is More with TK. And you can find me over on my car channel, TK's Garage. That's where I'm at pretty much every day. Same thing on Instagram. Instagram is everything 100. Warning, that's not kid friendly. And TK's Garage, which is the the wholesome as I can be family content, is over there as well. And I see El Jefe has already blasted those in the chat, so I really appreciate
El Jefe posting the channels if y'all want to go check out my man TK. Like I said, real and raw and savage as they come on the tech space and the YouTube space in general, man.
Oh, one more thing.
What's up?
One more thing. I almost forgot. Popcorn. I know you rock with LeBaron, right?
Oh yeah.
Listen, if some of y'all that use my other service and you're anonymously mailing people bags of dicks, I really appreciate it. But if you want to like do something nice for your people, go check out doingtheworldofFlavor.com. I can't eat. Look, they're gonna ruin my brand new implants. Like this popcorn, man, the key lime pie joints and all that. I can't do it, man. I just like, oh.
Y'all heard me talk about them popcorn before. Now y'all hearing TK talk about it. We are talking about 250 flavors of gourmet popcorn, and it's all good. It's all fire. The link is right there in the ticker. If y'all want some fire popcorn, go check out doingtheworldofFlavor.com. You will not regret it. I promise you that. El Jefe got the hookup right there for you all in the chat. There you go. Woo! Thank you guys for watching on the YouTube live stream tonight. If you super chatted, brought me a coffee, or became a channel member, thank you guys. I appreciate you. For those of y'all listening on audio only, thank you for listening to the podcast tonight. Like I said, if you want to support the podcast monetarily, there will be links in the show notes for you to do that. Also, if you happen to be listening to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, please consider leaving a rating or review as it helps more people discover VypDrive. Shout out to my man TK once again for joining me tonight. But for those of y'all watching on YouTube, I will be back in probably 10 minutes with Stephanie Carl because the double hitter tonight. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.